Right, hi, day 8, Mercury day. Okay, this is an interesting day because, maybe I said in the other video, we're crossing over from like the realm of eternity into the finite world of the mind and reason and stuff. Okay, so just one thing that I might mention now is I just walked a perimeter around my house, about 200 meters radius. Took about 15 minutes. So that's just given me. I know I talked about walking a 5-hour perimeter, but that's something to work up towards. So I'm starting off with reevaluate this. Started off with a 200-meter radius perimeter, just to start with. That gives you a modest amount of energy to start with and get the ball rolling. It's kind of like more easy to manage, especially when you're starting out. So it makes a lot of sense. Okay, Mercury, we want to be thinking, get in touch with that child part of you that, from about 7 years old to when you reach puberty, that sort of age. That's when you're in your Mercury phase of life. So you want to reconnect with that energy, and this is part of your astral body. The sort of part that you engage if you go out on a sort of what you would have used at that time when you're playing games, doing sports, learning about things that you're interested in, as opposed to sort of being like studying at school, exploring, climbing trees, that sort of thing. You want to get involved in that. That's the aura, the energy body that you're connecting with today. Okay, so the agents are going to most likely appear to try to nip this in the bud, right, before it gets out of hand. Now, the reason that they are going to do that, most likely, is because they don't want you to leave the matrix. You are a power source to them, okay? So, you're like food. You're like a sheep that is in their field. They don't want any of their sheep escaping. And if one escapes, then the others might follow, you see. So, they have to nip this in the bud. It's very important to them to do this. Now, so I recommend for today's work, just basically 40 minutes of meditation on this, before you do anything else. Bear in mind that also, if you do this meditation properly, if you get it all worked out properly, and you can perform your duties, your day-to-day activities in an impeccable manner, using terminology from Castaneda books, you quite likely will get away without any interference from people. Because if the agents already know, because they're notice in the films they know what's going on all the time. They seem to be all informed. Now, all the people that you live around are all going to be connected up in the astral plane, in the matrix, and so they know what you're doing, what your intentions are all the time, right? Pretty much. So if you're gonna be able to practice impeccability in your day-to-day activities, they won't be able to latch onto you. That's the ideal. I mean, as Sun Tzu says, the ideal victory is one where no bloodshed is. Ideally, you win this battle without a fight. Okay, that's the ideal. You don't want to be having dealings with the agents, but if you have to, there's ways of dealing with them. You just have to know that this is what's happening, and act accordingly. Get them people out of your life. Get away from them, or understand. You've got to understand aspects of the reason where nobody's got any right to criticise you for doing this. All they are matrix people trying to keep you in the matrix. That's all it is. They're just agents. They're just programs. So you don't have to take anybody seriously. You don't have to take anybody's criticism seriously. Any filthy looks that they give you, don't just ignore it all. Don't even look people in the eye if you feel that you're being threatened on an energy level. Okay, so that's about it for today.